Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Live in the present and be happy. लिव मतलब क्या? हिंदी सब समझते हैं ना? हाँ, सबको हिंदी आती है और इंग्लिश भी आती है, तो हम हिंदलिश बोलेंगे आज. सिर्फ इंग्लिश नहीं बोलेंगे, सिर्फ हिंदी नहीं बोलेंगे. यू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी? है ना?
Some people who may not understand.
May not understand?
There are some people.
Okay, so we will speak English. So what we are going to talk about is live in the present, as he suggested. What does living mean? You all know? Are you all living?
Yes.
We all think that we are living, but actually we are dying. We are not living. We are dying. Why we are dying? Because we are continuously postponing our happiness. When I eat food after this lecture, why did I come to this class? For this satsang. Not for satsang, for food. So when will I be happy? When I finish. That's why I said 1 hour or 10 minutes. If 10 minutes, I will get into the kitchen straight away. But I have already postponed it, that after the satsang I will get the prasad, I will get the bhiksha, and then I will be satisfied. See? So for this 1 hour that I am here, I will be miserable. Those children out there, they will be counting down when this satsang is going to get over. Isn't it? So living is not that. That is postponing living. Because if you are really living, then you will be happy every moment of your existence. Every moment. See, our mind continuously moves only in two areas. What are they? Mahatma Ji suggested it moves in the past and it moves into the future. And therefore, the mind is not able to be in the present moment. And what is it thinking about in the past? Oh, I should not have done that. I really feel bad, when that moment came, that girl came and she was asking money for the blind people, what do you call, those Olympics for the disabled, and she asked for some money and I said I did not have money. And suddenly one day, you did not feel anything, but something happened, and sometime later, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, maybe at the end of your life, if the interaction with that incident was very intense, the feeling comes, my God, for $10, $5, why did I send her away? Guilt. That I should have done something at that time. The inside was saying give, but the mind, the head was saying, hey, all these fellows collect the money, why should I give the money? They put it to you. Because see, the rule of Australia government, you know that? Now from today onwards you will not give the money. Why? The rule of Australian government for charities is that if you get $100, any charitable non-profit organization, if you get $100, you are allowed, by law you are supposed to show that you have spent only 15%, 12 to 15% on the actual cause. Rest $85 you can give yourself a salary, you can build a house or a building for the charitable organization, you can do whatever. You can buy a new car for the non-profit organization. So only 15% of the money that you collect in donation should be spent on the actual cause. That is the law. In America it's even less. It's less than 10%. Now, will you give after this information? How did you come to know Swamiji? Because one lady comes to my Sanskrit class and she is looking into, she created the whole program. Now they have gone after the charities. There are 60,000 charities in India. So this is how we, by living in the past guilts, by living in those moments of our past life that I wish I had done that, we lose our happiness in the present moment. Guilts. And the other area is the future. And what is the future? What are the thoughts of the future? I wish this should happen to me. I wish I get married to this girl. And you'd stop sleeping for all nights. Oh, I think she is the one person in Melbourne. He comes to, every time I go to the airport or come back, he picks me up. He's a Westerner and he's got one son. And the other day I went to his house, he's got a workshop and we do some things. And the son comes, Swami, I said, yes, I found the dream girl of my life. I said, what happened to the first one? She went out of my dreams. Now the new one has come. And because of that, whole evening, he's only talking about her. Only talking about her. Then day before yesterday, I went to Newcastle. And I was living with a Sardarji. And his daughter I seen from child and she grown up. Now she's 24 years old, a pharmacist. And I just said, hey, she's grown up now. What? We have to find a boy for her. And I always tease her. I'm going to find you a Kerala one, with the dhoti, continuously opening, closing. And Parminder, the Sardarji, he says, Swamiji, don't put wrong ideas, man. Imagine I'm with a turban. I fold the cloth on the top and he's folding the cloth on the bottom. It will be gadbad ho jayega. But they said, Nahi Swamiji, there's something, she's found one boy and he's also Guru Sikh. That means those who have taken initiation in the Guru Mantra from the Sikh. And he's also there. So in the night after my satsang, they put the TV on some, Attenborough's documentary and something. And she came stomping out of the room. I have to sleep. And one more young fellow, he was there. We know. You're going to sleep. We know you're going to be texting. It must be disturbing you. That's why, isn't it? See? So, what is the expectation? That I want to talk, I want to live with him, I want to spend my rest of my life, and for that, the present is lost and her attention is only on the that tomorrow what are we going to plan, where are we going to meet, during the lunchtime or after I finish my work, what are your shifts, continuous planning, and in this particular moment is lost. And that's not just these two examples, but it's all of us. We are doing this. Why do we need to go to a satsang to learn how to live in the present? That's foolishness. We know we are, but we get attached to our past thoughts, we get attached to our future expectations, and when those expectations are not met in the future, then what happens? Disappointments, anxieties, fear.
Anger.
And if all those things don't happen, anger also. And we keep moving away from ourselves more and more and more and more. And the more we keep moving away from ourselves, the less happy we are. Hello. The less happy we are. It's okay. आ जाओ, स्टोरी बताता हूँ. Come. No? clearly, see, she's in the moment. If I asked you that question, come, I'll tell you a story, and you'll say, oh, if I say no, what will Swamiji think? She's straight away, she's smiling and saying no. So when we spend time away from who we are, we lose the present moment. See? Because can you catch the present moment? Tell me. I'm asking you people. Can you catch the present moment? Why? Why can't you catch the present moment?
It's just 1 second.
Hmm?
It's gone.
Oh, one second. Yes.
Why don't you define me the moment, please?
Pardon me?
What is the definition for a moment?
Oh, that's what my question is. Don't ask me. Don't be Irish person.
I thought you
एक
were
प्रश्न
saying
मैं
you can catch a moment, whether a moment is a year, a day, or a second. I don't know.
Moment in what? In general terms. In this moment. At this very moment. So for some people it is, as you say, correct. For some people 1 year is a moment, for some people 1 month, for some people 1 day, for some people 1 minute, and for some people just exactly. Not even a second. That's not even a second. When you are, not even a nanosecond, that is also too long. When you are in the moment, you don't know that you are in the moment. You don't know that. When you are enjoying yourself, do you know how the time has passed?
Because it's
It
time.
is just experience, I think.
Pardon me?
Just experience.
No, it is not an experience. No.
It's time.
You are with yourself at that moment. When you are sad, one moment seems like 1 year.
Yeah.
And when you are happy, 1 year seems as if, where has it gone? Every year, giving satsangs, we enjoy. We are always in, even if I am not in satsang is going on inside. How the year goes, I don't know. And every year it is going faster. Every year it is going faster. When you are a child, the year goes very slow. When you grow up, it goes slower. When you start getting very old, I'll leave that, fill in the blanks to yourself.
It's timeless.
Huh?
It's timeless.
What is?
Present is.
The present moment is timeless. There is no past, there is no future. When we move either in the past or in the future, then alone the time begins. Then alone the time begins. For whom? For whom does the time begin? That's the next question. For whom does the time begin? For you? For you, the Atma, the conscious principle, or for the mind? For the mind. When you are sleeping, do you know you have slept for 2 hours? Do you know you have slept for 8 hours? No. Why? There is no mind. Mind has become no mind. So you don't know till mother doesn't come or husband doesn't say, hey, I have to go to work. Where's my tea? Where's my breakfast? The child is screaming, Mummy, how long are you going to sleep? It's not always mummy, dads also. And in our days it used to be, we were sleeping and parents were screaming away. Hey, the bus will leave, then we'll have to take you to the school, 15 kilometers away, get up. See? Nobody wants to come out of that sleep. Why? Ask yourself why. You are enjoying no movement. The movement is in the mind. It's not in you. Movement is in the mind. But we get identified with the mind and we feel we are moving, we are changing, we are growing, we are, if all the change is experienced in yourself because of your identification with who you have taken yourself to be, which is body, mind and intellect, isn't it? So this you, the conscious principle, has got identified with it. And this identification is not possible. Because consciousness and matter, what is the difference between matter and consciousness? What is matter?
Physical.
That, say that again.
Physical. Physical?
No, matter can be physical or can be subtle or can be causal. What is matter?
It's Jud, he says.
Pardon me?
Jud.
Jad. Everything, what is matter is jad. But how do you find out what is matter? Do I see you or you see me as matter or you see me as consciousness? I'm asking all of you just through her. You are seeing me or each other as matter or as consciousness?
Matter usually.
Normally matter.
Depends.
Depends on what.
What do you mean by depend?
Depends on the
What do you mean by depend?
the mind or the eye.
So are you just seeing a dead matter? Are you only seeing consciousness?
In day-to-day life,
No, I'm asking, answer the question.
yeah.
Both. Energy.
So don't say just matter because you know that I'm living also. यार बैठे बैठे ही मरवा दिया. You are seeing matter, eyes are seeing, senses are experiencing matter, but the mind is intuiting that there is life in this matter also, isn't it? So that is our interaction with each other. See? But so what is matter again? Definition of matter. What is matter?
Jad.
Jad, she says, in that which is inert. That which has got no life is called matter. What else is matter? That which is born in time and dies in time is matter. That which continuously changes is matter. Agree? Maybe in your lifetime you will not see a mountain change.
It still changes.
But it is still changing. The wind is blowing away the layers, or a volcano comes now, Bali mountain, the mountain where the volcano took place, it's changed shape. Last year I saw it, it was different. Now if I go, it will be different. इधर आ जाओ, ठंडा है वहाँ पे, इधर आ जाओ, जगह है, there is place.
There's plenty in the carpet.
There is so much space. Please let others also have compassion on others. इधर आ जाओ, जगह है. हाँ, तो what is matter? Matter is inert. Matter is that which continuously changes. Matter is that which has a beginning and an end. And Einstein said that matter, if destroyed, can never be destroyed. It only changes into, not form, into energy. And energy, when it changes, it becomes matter or mass. So energy is also of the nature of matter only. Now you look at yourself, what are you made up of? Body, you are made up of breath, you are made up of mind. These are the three. Are they consciousness or are they matter? They are not consciousness. Why? Body comes and goes, it is born in time, it dies in time. Breath, it comes and goes, it is born in time, it dies in time. Mind, what is mind? Thoughts. So thoughts come and go. Thoughts are born in time, they go away in time. So that whatever, हिंदी में बोलते हैं, जो आ सकती है वो जा भी सकती है. हाँ? So asakti means, the word in Sanskrit, asakti means attachment. So that with which you can get attached, you can get detached also. So everything that is coming and going, just a simple definition, everything that is coming and going, analyze in yourself what is coming and going, that is matter. Your memories are coming and going. How they are coming and going? By way of thoughts. Are your emotions coming and going? They are coming and going. So they are matter. Are your actions coming and going? They are matter. But who experienced all this coming and going at the level of body, at the level of breath, at the level of mind? Who experienced this? That is the consciousness. Don't say, yes, you can say me, but first give it an X factor. That is the consciousness. See? So that consciousness knows that thoughts come and go, knows breath comes and goes, knows body comes and goes, and when it is attached to this, it feels I come and go. That is the problem. And that the moment it gets attached to these three, it loses the present moment and it starts moving in past and future. And this marriage of consciousness with matter is not possible. It is not possible. Yet it seems to be there, isn't it? Can oil and water mix together? Cannot. So can consciousness, which is permanent, which does not come and go, which is self-knowing, which is of the nature of light, which is beyond time, which is beyond space, which is beyond objectivity, can this consciousness of this nature get married to matter? It's not possible. Yet this is seen. Because when I see you, when I see the world, I see that these two elements have come together, isn't it? This is one understanding. This is only one understanding, okay? This is not the final. This is only one level of understanding. First level of understanding is tu main. Second understanding is that there is consciousness and matter. And the third understanding is there is nothing called matter, there is only consciousness. Oh my God. What do you mean? This mind, breath, body, space, air, fire, water, earth, everything is consciousness. Yes. Everything is consciousness. But that is the last level. Let's work on this level first. That we'll leave it to when you get to that point. So if this is the case, now let's become practical. If this is the case and I am attached to it, I feel I am attached to it, I say I am this body, I am the breathing person, I have fear that if I stop breathing I will die. And if I sit on meditation and I do a few days of meditation continuously and then my mind starts becoming calm and it seems I start losing memory. I can't remember my husband now. Why? Mind has become calm, no memory. I can't remember the phone numbers. I can't remember what goes into which dish. Instead of garam masala, I put salt. Garbad ho jata hai sab kuch. And you start having self-doubt. And when that self-doubt comes, again, this fellow, it goes and gets attached to, no, I can't, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. But if you persevere with it, if you persevere staying separate to this matter, all knowledge will come, all peace, forever. But it doesn't. We keep falling back. Huh? And that is why every night we go to sleep, we are absolutely in peace. We are beyond time. We are beyond space. We are beyond objectivity. We are beyond body. We don't know that we are breathing or not. We don't know that we are the body. We don't know whether there is mind or not. Therefore, we are very happy, isn't it? But we wake up. And when we wake up, then again attachment begins. But it doesn't begin straight away. It begins slowly. First I am, then I am the body. It is so restful. I don't want to get out of the bed. Then suddenly the scream comes from the other room. Then you realize, hey, what's the time? Oh my God, the train is in 5 minutes. I have to get dressed up. Thank God I took shower last night. Huh? Then suddenly you forget about that joy or the bliss that you had in the sleep, and just after waking up you had that, you are still in that moment, you are still in the present moment, but very quickly that present moment gets filled up with past and future, very quickly. Because train, I will miss the train, then you immediately the scenario goes in the mind. Oh my, I will have to take the car, and where will I park? Then I will pay $32. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Stress. Stress for you and stress for everyone, isn't it? Dekho. So first step is understanding, just understanding that we are at the mercy, at this moment, we are at the mercy of past and future. Why? You have made those choices. The society has trained you that way. Your parents have trained you that way. You also moved in that direction, thinking that this is the right way. And and yet you have an experience on a daily basis of being in the present moment. Every day you have. Whenever your desires is fulfilled, now after this, the meal will be gained. Till the meal is not gained, bhook lag rahi hai. You are away from the present moment. Once the food is in, immediately the thought or the desire for food is gone. The moment that desire and thought is gone, that very moment you are in the present moment. That very moment. That is why you feel trupt. That is why you feel contented. That is why you feel fulfilled in the present moment. But very next moment, next desire comes. And we are at the mercy of the desires then. But if you can bring yourself to this position that all desires are appearing in the mind, all expectations are appearing in the mind, all the thoughts or memories of the past are appearing in the mind, how can you do that? Do you know you are the body? All of you? You know you are the body? How do you know? I am asking, how do you know?
We pinch it.
Hmm?
We pinch it.
We pinch it. Okay, I'll take another way of explaining this. You know me, you can see me, right? How do you know that I am there?
I see. Senses.
No, I see.
You are the experiencer through your eyes of this form, and you know this is a form, this is Swamiji, and the last is I am not Swamiji. This is the three stage. That this is a form, this is Swamiji, I know this is Swamiji, and I am not Swamiji. So you have to be separate to me in order to experience me. Agree?
Yes.
This is the basic rule of your experience of life. Everything that you experience has to be other than you in order for you to experience. Okay? With the world we apply this rule. Now come to yourself. Do you see the body? Do you know the body? Then why do you say I am the body? You should continue the same rule which is going with the world. This is the world, I know this is the world, I am not the world, I am separate to the world. Apply, this is the body, I know this is the body, I am separate to the body, I am not the body. It should be that way. Do you know the breath? I know there is a breath, this is breath, I know this is the breath, and the knower has to be separate to the breath in order to know. Just like you are separate to me in order to know me, I have to be separate to the breath in order to know the breath. Now come to the mind. Desires, thoughts, emotions, they are also thoughts. Do you know anger came and went? Yes. Do you know jealousy came and went? Yes. Do you know hunger came and went? Yes. Do you know miseries came and went? Yes. Guilts came and went? Yes. Expectations came and went. All came as thoughts. अरे यार पता नहीं कहाँ से ही है. How this thought from, I never knew this thought existed within me, this desire was there within me, but it came. How did you know? Because you are separate to it, isn't it? So if you are separate to it, then why do you consider in your life that you are all this? So this fellow has somehow got identified. Why it has gotten, don't go into that question. There is no answer to that question. Scriptures say many things. You just be with yourself. I am not saying that they are wrong. They are giving you a theory. But that by looking at a theory, you can never come to an answer. What it is indicating towards, you must come to know. And you have to come to this fellow. If you think about this fellow, there can be solutions in life. If you think about these things, there are no solutions in life. If you look at the world, yesterday also at uncle's place, the thought came that if you look at the world and you ask the world for answers, there is no answer from the world. Why? World is continuously changing, bhaiya. If it is continuously changing, how can it give you a permanent answer? Now in that world, our scriptures say the body is also a part of the world, breath is also a part of the world, mind is also a part of the world. So how can you ask a question in your mind and expect an answer in the mind? It will not be a permanent answer. And therefore we become miserable with ourselves and we postpone. But if you take this position that world is coming and going, body is coming and going, breath is coming and going, my thoughts are coming and going, all this is known by me. All this is known by me. Then who is this me? If you contemplate on this fellow, independent of these three, is always living in the present moment. He has never left the moment. He is the moment. He is the now. He is the being. He is of the nature of Paramatma, Atma, or Tao, or Buddha, whatever name you want to give it to him. He is of that nature, essentially. But for that, he has to think of himself. How does he think? He uses the mind. Instead of the mind thinking about these two and going out, he makes the mind think of itself, of its own source. Who is watching me? See? And therefore this chin mudra there, when he starts think, can the self think about the self? Can the self think about the self? Can light see the light? Can the eyes see the eyes? What happens when you see the eyes by your own eyes? Try. Try. If you give it, I'm not joking, if you make that attempt of seeing the eyes with your own eyes, that from where is this vision coming from? The whole world will vanish. The physical world that you are seeing, it will vanish from your eyes. All the forms will just merge into one soup. Try. If you come to the base of the ears, all the sounds will merge into one soup. You will not be attached to. What does that mean? No form of the world will able to influence you. No sound will able to influence you. No taste will be able to influence you. No touch will be able to influence you. No fragrance will be able to influence you, because your attention is on that power, that conscious principle, because of which the vision is possible, because of which hearing, smelling, tasting, etc. And similarly, these are 5 senses, but go one more. The 6th sense is the mind. What is that because of which the mind is able to think? That is when this fellow is thinking about himself. And when we come to this fellow, who is us only? When we come to this fellow within ourselves, as the Bhagavad Gita says, know yourself in yourself by yourself. No teacher can teach you. The teacher is within you. He is the ultimate teacher. Not the one who is identified with these three. So, being identified with body, mind, and I like rasam, I don't like sambar, I like rice, I don't like chapati, and then you say, yeah, Swamiji said, this is the consciousness, I am conscious, I am Brahman. No, this is not. When this fellow is identified, and if he says that I am the Atma, it is blasphemy. It is blasphemy. He is speaking out of his hat. But if this fellow is separated, and if the statement comes out of this fellow that I am independent of these, then he is telling the truth. Other people may understand or may not understand. They say, oh, scripture says those who know don't know, and those who don't know, they don't know. So we are not going into all that, but when this fellow is separated from the matter, that means don't run away to the cave, don't run away to the monasteries, don't run away to the ashrams. Where is that cave? Where is that secret cave? In the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we are talking about living in the present moment. How do you come into the present moment? Bhagavad Gita says, Krishna Bhagavan says, if you think about this thought, about me in such manner, then everything is over. Then rest of the Bhagavad Gita is not required. And what is that? I can't remember the verses, but the thought is that the whole world is in me. I am not in the world. Then neither the world is in me, nor I am in the world, but I support and sustain the whole world. And while sustaining and supporting the whole world, I am still independent of that which I support and sustain. That is, now, the whole matter is in me. Can it be without this I? If a dead person is there, can the dead person know the world? No. So, the whole world is in me. I am not in this whole world. This fellow, consciousness, can never be captured, trapped, conditioned, limited by matter. It is not possible. Yet we see it that way. But we have to get out of that. So it is not possible. Then he says, neither the world is in me, nor I am in the world. And yet I am supporting all these three. I am independent. So how do you recognize your independence? A good example for this, coming into the moment, is seeing this statement with the example of water, ocean and wave. We are coming into the moment. The wave is thinking, oh my God, I am reaching towards the shore, I am going to die. Is there any salvation possible or not for me? I think those others are dying first. At least they are dying first. I am happy. There also is competition. That, oh my God, but is there any way? Is there any way? Suddenly, grace. Someone called me yesterday and they said, Swami, yesterday morning, they said, Swamiji, it is, we must have done some good karmas that Mahatmas come in our life, that we met our Guru. They have a separate Guru, and we met our Guru. I said, you have done good karmas? I said, okay. Why you are saying like that? I said, no, Mahatmas and God doesn't, the thought of realization, the thought of satsang, the thought of the being with the Mahatmas does not come because of your karma. Then what does it come? That's what they say. Is it true or not? All the good things that happen to you in your life, do they happen because of your karma? Normally people say that way, isn't it? कि हमने कुछ पुण्य किया होगा इसीलिए महात्मा लोग हमारे घर पर धारे. हमने कुछ पुण्य किया होगा, that's why we have got devotion in our heart for the Lord. We must have done some good deeds in our past life, because this life I can't remember I did any good deeds. It must have been past life only, not this life. We must have done some good merit, and that is what has brought me in the good satsang circles, and I meet people who are like-minded, etc., etc. If you keep saying that, you are very, very individualistic. The ego is very strong. Then why good things happen? Why satsang happens? Why good Mahatmas come into your life? Because of the grace of the Lord. Why has breath come into your body? Because of your karma, or by the grace. He will stop next moment if he wants. Why is your heart beating? Because of your karma, because of your actions of the past, or is it because of his grace? The thoughts are coming in your mind. Is it because of yourself, your karma? You are pushing the thought, you go now, the next one come. You go now, the next one come. Are you deciding that? They are coming of their own accord. Where are they coming from? Find out. Where are they coming from? Find out from where they are coming from. See? So everything that happens in our life is due to the grace of the Lord. And if you can't, what I talked about, past and future and coming into the now, all that data, if you can't understand, Arjuna also did not understand. So, when he didn't understand the easy way, in Yoga Sutra also it comes what is that? Chitta vritti nirodha iti yoga. Sublimate your mind, thoughts in your mind, and when they are sublimated, now tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. Now think of your own nature. This is very difficult. How can I think? If there are no thoughts, how do I think of myself? What impossible things you are telling us. It is not possible. How can I think about myself without the thoughts? Then for such intelligent people, then the Lord's name is given. You chant Om. You remember the divine. So if what I have just now told, if that is too much to digest, too much to swallow, then hold on to the Lord's name. He will bring you, but if you, that Lord's name or Om, you must chant or remember with full heart and love, not mechanically. Then nothing will happen. If you do it, even once you chant with full devotion and love, automatically what I told you, the topic is living in the present moment. It will automatically start happening by His grace. Because that grace that we are talking about, I am pointing up. Because that grace is not inside nor outside, it is everywhere. If this phone is there, it's not able to make a call right now. It's not able to receive a call, it's not able to send a call. Why? Because it is off. It is off. Are the radio signals or the telephone signals not available in this space? They are available. Is this phone not in the space? It is in the space. Then why is it not receiving or sending signals? Because it is not on. And how do you make it on? Someone has to make it on. Exactly the same way. The grace is inside, outside, everywhere. You have to think about the grace. You have to remain in the presence of the grace. You have to surrender to that grace. You have to be grateful to that grace. Now that grace can be Om, that grace can be Ram, that grace can be Krishna, that grace can be the self, that grace can be consciousness, that grace can be Tao, that grace can be Buddha. Whatever your idea of that grace is, or whatever is the source, it is okay. But if you don't think of that grace, this separation is not possible. If you keep thinking of these and the world, this separation will not be possible. And you will keep postponing your present moment of happiness into future. See? So, who is the solution giver? The divine. Who is the solution giver? The consciousness. Do you need a solution? Really speaking, no. But I don't know. How? Then remember the Lord. So we are digging our own grave by searching for happiness, isn't it? Mahatmas have said that the most miserable search is the search for happiness. Why? This is the reason. Because we are either in the past or we are in the future. And when you are in the moment, there is no need to say I am happy. You are. That's it. There is no need to. If you are saying I am happy, then you again postponed it. You again postponed it. And the vision, and the more we abide with this, inquire into who is the knower of all our experience, everything that is changing cannot be me. So before you go to sleep, when you wake up in the morning, when the mind is naturally very quiet, contemplate on this thought, what is moving in my life? Forget, I know the world is moving. Come back to yourself. What is moving? My body is changing. From childhood till today it has changed. Breath is changing every day. Every moment, in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath. Thoughts, emotions are also changing. Concepts, ideas, they are also coming and going. Oh, I never thought in this way. Then who am I? Then who is this person who knows that all this change has taken place? Who is this fellow? Don't answer. Don't answer that question. This question also don't ask. Just analyze in this manner, let that question pop up. When you come to the last, after the thoughts, what is there? There is nothing. Well, then it's me only. I know these thoughts came and went. Then who am I? Automatically this question will come. Not by reading in the book, but by your self-analysis. And when you come to that point, don't answer. If you answer, you have again got attached. If you don't answer, let it reveal. Let it reveal. It is a revelation by the divine will. It is not a knowing which is taking place by your own thinking. It is a revelation. And when that revelation takes place, how come Mahatmas are always happy all the time? Even when they are angry, they are happy. You have come across? How can Ammaji sit there and hug for hundreds and thousands of people and not eat and not go to loo or not do anything, and she is sitting there with the same smile and the same fragrance coming out of her? How? That's the divine fragrance of being in the present moment. Why do we get attracted to happy people? Because we forget our miseries in their presence. That is why. Not because they are good. We forget our miseries. देखो मजेदार चीज. And that possibility is there in every one of us. Every one of us. Because so many Mahatmas are there in India. Every one of them was born, not all over the world, in many different cultures. They were born in this human body, and they took that opportunity and they came to know themselves, isn't it? And they showed to the world that it is possible. It is possible to know yourself in this life while living who you are essentially. Because that is the source of all the bliss. Bliss is only possible in the moment. And in what is the moment? Where there is no past nor any future. See? So for that, the solution to be in the moment is not lying in the world. The solution is in yourself as yourself. So keep thinking about who you are essentially. What is this conscious principle? What is this divinity which is expressing through me as life? What is this power which is expressing through my various senses as seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting? When your attention is on that conscious principle, you will fall into the moment like that. Thank you, Swamiji. But what do I have to do? You did not tell any exercise or technique. Dhat teriki. Now tell me, I'll give you one example. See, we have got caught up so much that we feel when it comes to spirituality, my God, I have to do yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. 8 steps, and then I will come into myself. I have to sit and do japa and come into savikalpa samadhi, nirvikalpa samadhi. Baap re, sun ke hi dar lagta hai kabhi kabhi, hai na? But life is so compassionate. The grace is so compassionate. It has given you all the tools that you need at this very moment. He has given. Nothing needs to be learnt from anywhere. If you are a keen observer of life, if you have got all your alertness is there. Now tell me, all of you, think of your husbands or wives right now. She says no. I will not say who. Otherwise she will not call me home next time. Think of your husband and wife or wife. Now think of your children. Now think of your parents. Okay, come back here. How much time did it take you to move your mind from your husband or wife to the children? How much time did it take you? Instantaneous, isn't it? How much time did it take from the children to your parents? Tack. Did you do any sadhana to shift the mind from one thing to the other? Then why do you find that you have to do sadhana to shift the mind from the world to the self? So you have the capacity, you have the capability, you have the acumen. I think of you next moment without, nahi yaar, I have to do sadhana, I have to drop this form, then I have to make my mind empty, and then I have to focus on her so that this fellow is deleted from my mind and she comes. This is what we are trying in spiritual journey. We have to give up the world in order to come to know the consciousness. See? You know? So we are elongating, we are creating a distance where there is no distance. There was no problem for me to focus on him, then shift my focus instantaneously. And at that moment, if I am thinking of my sister, and then I think of you all, or then I think of my mother, it's katak, katak, katak. There is no sadhana required. Because I am in the present moment. Then it will become a problem if I think of, if you think, oh, I think of my wife. Then I look around, I keep thinking of my wife everywhere. Then problem. But that doesn't happen. Because you are alert, you are in the present moment. It doesn't happen. So same way, from the world, right now we are here to come back. You say, think about the world, that is so easy, Swamiji. Now think of the self. What do I have to do now? Why that question? Don't you know that you are? So why you need to, chitta vritti nirodha, then I will come to know myself. We have delayed it. We have delayed it. So my living in the present moment was a topic, and the easiest, most direct way to come to it, forget all other data, all that was fillers. The answer is only one. Come back to your conscious principle. Come back to the divine. Accept yourself. And when you accept yourself as that conscious principle, as that source, as the witness, at that very moment, your whole vision of the universe will change. I keep saying this. The world, a pessimist lives in this world, and his vision of the world is a source of problems, a source of obstacles, a source of difficulties. An optimist lives in the same world. He sees everywhere opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. A realized master also lives in the same world, and what does he see? Only perfection. Only perfection. Only perfection. And that vision, for that vision to change, to see perfection everywhere, first you have to accept yourself as you are. And who are you? Who has never changed, who has never come and gone, who has never been limited, who has never been conditioned. You are beyond time, space and objectivity, not because scriptures say so, because that is your nature. You know the time, so the knower has to be other than the time. You know the directions, you have to be other than the space. You know the objects of the world, you have to be other than the objects of the world. So find out who you really, don't find out, just be. Otherwise again you will start searching. So dance shuru ho jayega. So with this thought, we will conclude. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. you can ask if there are any questions, but it shouldn't be.
Sure. That's the question.
Next week is Guru Purnima. Good thought. Come into the present moment. Be the present moment.
Just one question. Because I will ask you a question. I won't ask. No, it's not a question. Okay, it's not a question.
What was the other word that you used the other day?
Clarification.
Clarification. That's the diplomatic way of asking a question. Ah.
Right, you said focus on yourself. Okay? How do you focus on a formless? I mean, yourself, you cannot identify where the self is.
Yet, got the question. You are at the moment, you are an individual. When I asked you focus, right now, if you want to do that exercise, you can do. Eyes cannot see themselves, they can only see everything other than the eyes. But if you make that attempt, all that which is distracting the eyes into the outside and taking it outwards, all will vanish. Try sometime at home.
Dark room, I'll try.
No,
No.
not dark room. Right now, here also.
See the darkness.
That is also possible. But you want to see, you do it here while you are talking to me, keep attempting to look at your own eyes. सब कुछ गायब हो जाएगा धीरे धीरे. All colors will mix, all forms will mix. There will be total blankness after some time. And this is possible while living in the world with your eyes open, not with your eyes closed, with your eyes open. So उसी तरीके से even though eyes cannot see themselves, but we are asking you to make an attempt. Similarly, this eye, let it make an attempt to look at who am I, who is this, what is this conscious principle. How can the same thing know itself? It is not possible. So everything stops.
So the knower and known
All become one.
become one.
That is how it is said that knower and known becomes one. But then the one who recognizes this, for him there is nothing called known. Everything is the self alone. Everything is the self alone. From water's point of view, everything is water. From water's point of view, there is no ocean, there is no wave. Everything is water. And how much meditation does a wave need to do to realize water? How much meditation you need to do? How much scriptural study you need to do to realize that you are the divinity or you are the consciousness? None. But Swamiji, how do we do none? Then the scriptures were written.
Maharaj, with the example of where the electricity runs and then you have the light and things like that. So the electricity is manifesting into some form of a bulb or whatever to shine through. So is the consciousness manifesting itself through the forms or other matters. So when it's manifesting, when you are in the present moment, does that automatic manifesting keeps happening?
It will continue. Phenomena will continue. Once you have come to know the sun does not rise or sun does not set, does the setting and the rising of the sun continue? It continues. To explain why it continues, then the prarabdha and all the karma, all that is brought. But that's the phenomena. Wave appearing on water is a phenomena. When you touch a wave, what are you touching? Water. When you are tasting a wave, what are you tasting? Water. So what is the truth? Wave or the water?
Water.
Then why do you call it wave?
That's only form.
Phenomena. It's a phenomena.
Don't answer, just think. Then why do you call that water wave or ocean? Exactly the same way. Everything is consciousness. Everything is that Paramatma. But out of जिसको बोलते हैं माया या illusion, उसकी वजह से we give different names to, so you are different, you are different, you are different, this is different. The highest vision, the best way that scriptures explain is that the creator, whoever he may be, he created the creation out of himself. So if he is of the nature of divine, then the creation that he created must be also divine. But we are not ready to accept that, because we are not seeing the creation coming out of the creator. We are seeing it as separate to ourselves. So to see that it is a part of the creator, you have to go back to the conscious principle. Just like you see this body, there are different forms, all different forms, but what is your experience? I, isn't it? What is the Mahatma's vision? He looks at the whole universe and his experience is I. He's still seeing the forms. You are also seeing the different forms. Leg is different to hand, but your experience is I. In this experience, so Lord has not given you a difficult task. You already have the experience of manifesting through different forms. These are the different forms. Right hand is not left hand is not leg is not head. Swami, but they are connected and we are not connected. You can't see it right now, but we are all connected. Why? You are conscious, I am conscious. Consciousness is only one, it's not many. So the water which is expressing through one wave, water expressing through 100 other waves, is the same water. It is not different. But this answer, this conclusion of life, so that you can come into the present moment, will not come by thinking about the world. It will come by thinking or contemplating about the life principle within. It will come by focusing on the life principle within. What is this life? You don't need to know what it is. Just keep thinking about it, and if that becomes difficult, just hold on to the name of the Lord. He is all-knowing. He will reveal it. Simple. Whenever you find yourself in a good contemplative mood, contemplate. Rest of the time, keep taking the name of the Lord. Joyfully. It will happen. हो गया? बोलो सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Happy Guru Purnima to all of you. Next week, Friday.
No, 31st, no?
31st.
31st.
2 more weeks.
Not 2 more weeks.
No, next week
Yeah.
is 31st actually.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Friday week.
Okay, Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Anyway, every day is Guru Purnima. The Guru. Yesterday we had a talk on Guru Shishya relationship at our Chandrasekharji's house. Guru is within. That same Guru is Atma. That same Guru is Paramatma. That same Guru is all the gods. That same Guru is everyone. Have there. So Guru Purnima for us is every day, every moment. Keep thinking of that principle. Hari Om.